It feels great. It feels great to fight in California. This is where the stars are born. This is where all the stars come. So I feel like in order to become a superstar, you have to cement your legacy out here. Yep. It's just great, man. Just another milestone in my life. You know, Danny Garcia, kid from Philadelphia, comes to LA, comes to Hollywood, and wins in fashion. I mean, there's nothing else you can really say about that. I just gotta go in there and be smart. I want to use my jab more. I have a great jab, and I feel like the world hasn't seen it. And I just feel like that's something we've been working on too. I'm gonna go in there and use my jab. I feel like I use my jab a lot more. I'm gonna go in and use my jab and set everything up off it.
When you see him go well, it could be a big challenge.
Yeah, he's coming to fight. That's no doubt about it. He's coming to fight. You know, he's a warrior, so I gotta prepare myself for a war, a smart war.
Is it gonna be action-packed then? Do you feel that fight's gonna be action-packed, or is it be more technical?
It could turn into a fight. It doesn't have to be a toe-to-toe battle to be an exciting fight. You know, it could be fireworks, you know, explosive spurts here and there. But me, I'm gonna go out there and just dictate the pace and back him up.
As far as Floyd, Danny, I talked to your dad about that. He said that he liked that fight. But do you think he comes back, Danny? And do you still think you're the front runner for that fight should you win?
What, if Floyd Mayweather comes back?
Yeah.
You know, I really don't know. I don't know. You know, Floyd Mayweather, he's made a lot of money. As far as of now, he's retired and he's enjoying his life. And I'm worried about Robert Guerrero. I got to get this victory January 23rd, and I'm excited. I'm ready.
As a fighter, as a welterweight, how do you see him though, Floyd? Because everybody wants to fight him. You're the only guy that always tells me I'm not really worried about fighting him. Why is Danny different, and why is the other guys always saying Floyd?
You know, I mean, if Floyd not worried about you, you shouldn't be worried about him, right? So basically, I'm doing my own thing.
Now, you dominated your division. And now you're moving up to 147. Are you looking forward to doing the same thing with that division and taking over the reins that Mayweather had with that division?
Yeah, no doubt. And this is just another fight for me. You know, just one step closer to taking over my division, and I'm gonna do one fight at a time.
And you usually fight in cities with more Puerto Rican descent. You're coming to LA. We know that there's more of a Mexican descent here. Why fight here and not take it to New York or Philadelphia?
Because I represent all Latinos. You know, at the end of the day, Mexican and Puerto Rico, we still Latino. So, you know, and like they said, this is where the stars are born. So, in order to be a star, you got to come here and fight. And at the end of the day, you know, no matter what race you are, all the fans want to see is a good fight. And that's what I'm going to come do. January 23rd, I'm going to give the fans a great fight, and they can only love you for that.
You think it's a target on your back, Danny?
You got a lot of fans, but you also have a decent amount of haters probably in this room
Yeah.
and then also out on these streets. Do you feel that any additional pressure to come in here and put on a spectacular performance to kind of shut the people out here up and get them on your side?
I've been under more pressure, I would say, in my career, but you know, it's always pressure. There's always pressure to look good, come in there, like you said. You know, it's going to probably be people who don't want me to win, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of fans there. Trust me, believe me.
You feel it's a target on your back, Danny? Because every guy asks, always mentions your name. Madonna mentions your name. Every guy asks, always says, I want to fight Danny Garcia. Do you feel like there's a target on your back right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I don't know why they want to fight me. I mean, all I can say is just be careful what you wish for.
Danny,
that's all I can say.
you have a pretty stacked resume. Why do you think you get so much critique, given that you have such a stacked resume?
You know what's crazy is like the people who criticize me never fought nobody, so that's why I ain't even tripping. You know what I mean? It's just like I paid my dues. I was a unified champion. I've been the underdog. You know, I was supposed to be knocked out. I was too slow. I was flat-footed. I swing wild. You know, I heard it all. But at the end of the day, after I fight, it's always the same result. I win.
You're nowhere close to retirement. Still pretty young. Yeah. Do you think that fans will appreciate you more once you go on?
I don't want to talk about being gone yet. But I plan on being here for, you know, a little more and just continue to be the best fighter I can be and go out there at the same time like I always do. Win in fashion and just be humble. No matter if the people love me or hate me, I'm just going to be Danny Garcia. That's just who I am.
Are you interested at all in Mexico?
It could happen. It could definitely happen. You know, that fight could easily be made. So, you know, Al Heyman, premier boxing champion. I think anybody who's in the PBC situation at welterweight, that fight can easily be made. So that could probably just answer your question for anybody at 147.
Probably the biggest fight you can make aside from Floyd at this point at 147.
I think so. I think that's pay-per-view. I think that's pay-per-view.
Anything different happened in that fight, Danny, when you think about it? I mean, has he improved to you since you last fought him from what you see?
I think he's improved, but I improved a lot too. You know, I was way less experienced when I faced him. I just won the world title, and then I faced him, but he went off face. He fought a lot of great fighters too before that. So I'm a lot more experienced now. I feel a lot stronger at 147. I'm just ready, man. I'm just ready for whatever.
What do you remember the most about that fight when you think about back then?
Oh man, he jumped on me quick that fight. I said, "This boy come out the fight, huh? He trying to knock me out because of my pop." That's the first I was thinking. But I already knew that. I knew his game plan was to come out fast, and so I just had to stay patient and just start sitting on my shots. And it came. Oh yeah, that's the kid that called me a cherry picker. But hey, look, that's what I'm saying. It's not as easy as it look, man. Like you can say I never fought nobody, but then when you supposed to be somebody and you lose, now it's just like, you know, it's just like you shouldn't be worried about me. You should be worried about yourself. Because realistically in boxing, it's like he's the prospect. He's supposed to win that fight. You know, he's supposed to fight for a world title. So you should never worry about Danny Garcia. Worry about you. I'm not at 140 no more anyway. I'm at 147. Yeah, I still way too long at 140. I still way too long.
What kept you there?
You know, it's just I fought so hard to win them belts. You know what I mean? It's like I was the underdog against Amir Khan. I was the underdog against Lucas Matisse, and like I had pride in them belts. So I was just like, I'm not giving them up. But I stood around too long. I had a couple shaky performances because I couldn't lose the weight no more. But there's no excuses. I learned from my mistakes, and I'm a better fighter today.